Here we go. Yeah. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my show. So welcome back. It is Thursday. It's Thursday evening, and this is going to be the newest segment featured in Monday Coffee with the Doll. I hope you're excited. So just yesterday I posted that I wanted to do a new segment in honor of our newest sponsor, which is an iconic piece of the car culture scene. Car Culture Deluxe magazine and Old School Rodz magazine is a Monday Coffee with the Doll sponsor, and I wanted to do something that embraced the scene and you know, all the hot rod guys and everything that really introduced me to pinup and rockabilly and the scene that I absolutely love, and something that's really close to my heart and I'm really passionate about are cars and the hot rod scene and just everything involved. It's just always been a big part of who I am since I discovered it, and I thought this would be a really good feature for the show, and also a way to support the car community and the hot rod community that I know supports my work and has from day one. So I thought that this would be a really cool thing to do, and basically what it's going to be is it's just going to be kind of like hot rod talk. I'm hoping that my viewers who have classic cars, hot rods, rat rods, customs, preferably like old school classics, that we could talk about it. They could submit photos, and I could share their cars in this segment. And so this is going to be the first installment, and it's going to feature the first car from a Doll Fam viewer. So I hope you guys are excited, and we're going to jump into it. So first, I'd like to give a shout out to Car Culture Deluxe magazine and Old School Rodz. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, give them a like. They would really appreciate your support. They have a lot of really cool stuff that goes on their page. They are celebrating their 100th issue of Car Culture Deluxe, and it has the beautiful Sabina Kelly on the front. If you are a pinup fan, you know who I am talking about. So be sure to hit them up, give them some support. They are really important to me, and I hope that you guys will support an amazing small business that could use your love more than ever, and who brings that better than the hot rod community. So a little background on my personal preference for hot rod. I'm a big car girl. I love hot rods. I love classics. If I could never dress like a pinup again, but I could still go to every single car show around the world, I wouldn't care. It's my happy place. I love car shows. I love the art. I love the creativity. I love the fabrication that people put into their cars. And it's just, I don't know, it's where I find peace. It's like I like the beach and I like car shows. But my dream car is an Etzel. I would really love, for a while I wanted a wagon. I wanted the Bermuda, and then I fell in love with a Corsair that by the name of Ed that I got to shoot with at the Stray Cat 500 once in Dewey, Oklahoma. Which also had a Bermuda, a blue Bermuda Etzel there that is just stunning. I have some pictures of it on my Facebook, but it's like one of those restorations that is just so flawless, and they put so much into it. They put so much attention to just everything from the tiki pin striping to the boomerang tail lights to the color that they chose. It's just an absolutely gorgeous Etzel, and when I saw that one for the first time, I really fell in love with it. So I'll show you here. This was shot by Ketty B Photography. This was in Dewey, Oklahoma at the Stray Cat 500 one year. And I absolutely adore this Etzel. And then this is the Corsair. That's Ed the Corsair. There's a truck. Let's see if I got some more. It's my dream car. I'm in love with it, and I would love to have one day. I love the Ranger as well, and I feel like they all have their own uses and their own reasons why, like, they're all perfect. So I'll just have to get one of each. That's my conclusion. that's my conclusion. But I really hope to have one day. I have one that we tried to purchase last year, and we put a down payment on it, and it's about 6 hours away, and it is a 56 SL Ranger, and it needs a lot of love, which is what I want to do. I would like to get one, and then I want to restore it myself and film the whole process and kind of create an entire YouTube series around it, and just share that with you guys like I do everything else. That's my goal. But unfortunately, you know, every time I had found one, anytime, you know, I would make an offer or I try to talk to the person, just nobody would ever contact you back, or all of a sudden they didn't want to sell it anymore, or they would say, yeah, come look at it, come call me tomorrow, and you call them and all of a sudden they ghost you. Like, it was just always one issue after the next, and that's something that I've kind of found it's really annoying. It's like it always fell through, and we secured this one, put a down payment on it, and now we can't get it to where I am, so that's a big bummer. Every time I set up a hauler to bring it down, because it's just not something we can do ourselves, or we would, like, the day of, the car hauler just wouldn't show up, and no matter, like, when I would contact him or the seller of the Edsel that has it at his house called him, like, they just wouldn't answer. So it's like, it's just been one issue after the next, and hopefully I eventually get it to my house, and then I'll be comfortable and feel like all is right in the world and my dream will be coming true. But for right now, it's just kind of one of those things that's hanging out in limbo, and I pretend like it doesn't bother me, but it does. Just on my car. Alright, so that's enough chit chat. So I asked for you guys to submit your cars to me so I could share them on the show, and that's what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to share the first submission that was sent to me by a follower, and I'm really excited because the car is one of those cars that is just such a classic, and it was one of probably the first, like, muscle cars that ever grabbed my attention when I was younger, like, I don't know, 12 or 13, and it was like one of those cars that's just so iconic and so just represents just raw muscle and just what it is to have, like, a hot rod or a muscle car, or it's just one of those cars. It's an iconic body style, it's an iconic year. You guys are gonna love it. I already know what it is. But our first hot rod was sent to us by Russ Gray. Hello, Russ, if you're watching. Thank you so much for participating and sending us your awesome car so we can all drool over it and be super, super peanut butter and jealous. He is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've never been there. I haven't really been to too many places, but Cedar Rapids sounds like a good place. I've heard a few things. Don't know anything. But his car that he sent us is a 1969 Chevy Camaro. Oh yeah. So I asked for a little background on your guys' cars when you submit them, and I'm going to share with you guys now what Russ has to say about the history of his car and how he got it, and I'm gonna make sure that I include pictures. I'll show you guys some pictures now, but then I'll also include them so you guys can kind of see them better. But he says that this was my first high school daily driver car from 1983 to 1985. I purchased it for $600 back in 1981, so I've owned it now for approximately 39 years. I hope you're not gonna get on to me for sharing your years, your age, Russ. All the restoration work, see photos, fabrication, body work, and mechanical. So he has some photos here. Sorry, I don't know how to do like the fancy in-screen stuff that a lot of YouTubers do, so I'm just gonna share. So here he is working on it. He's got it stripped down. Check it out. Look at that. Oh my god. That's fucking sexy. Wait, you can't see that part yet. We're not there. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. So he did fabrication, bodywork, mechanical, electrical, paint, etc. was all performed by my dad and me from 2002 to 2005 in his garage. That's pretty impressive because, I mean, especially when it comes down to, you know, mechanical and electrical, it's so time consuming and you can run into like so many little problems that turn into big problems. So I commend you on the patience and the hard work that is, because I know that takes a lot. So this car was driven to car shows all over the Midwest. If any of you guys, when I show you the final, if any of you guys have ever seen Russ's car, comment below so he can, so everybody can appreciate if you've seen it in real life. Because I love it when I see like cars that I've seen in magazines, like the cars that I'll see in Car Culture Deluxe or Old School Rodz, and then I'll see him at a car show and I'll be like, oh my god, I saw that in the magazine. So if you guys have seen Russ's car to show, comment below. Over the previous 13 years, it has been driven over 80,000 miles and been to 12 different states. All of that was driven, no trailering. For his future plans for his car, more driving, more cruising, more car shows, just enjoying it. Most of the fun is driving to and from shows and all the looks we get going down the highway. There is almost never a time that someone isn't taking photos or videoing us as we drive down the road. I'm that person. I'm that person, my husband's that person. Like if we're out somewhere and we see something, we're always, turn around, just stop. We'll just stop, it's worth stopping for. Let's get a picture, I wanna get a picture. We're trying to get a video, we're trying to get it from across the light, or, so that's, I would be that person. And I asked for you guys to submit if you've been, had gotten any awards or your cars were featured in anything, so we can talk about, you know, because when you restore a car and you work on a car, you know, you put so much into it that, you know, awards and honors and things like that, they're earned, and you know, you worked for them and you're proud of them. So I definitely wanted to share that. He says that the awards and trophies are far too many to mention, but the real fun is sharing the car with spectators and meeting new people. The trophy portion of the show is the least important part. Anyone can buy a $10 plastic trophy, but only a few can bring smiles to thousands of spectators every weekend. It's true. The car is the trophy. I like how you put that. As for social media sites, there's always something new popping up on my Facebook page that relates to the car. But what I'm proudest of is this. Attending the car shows got me more involved in photography and video editing. While at the shows, 99% of my time is spent looking at everyone else's cars, filming them, and then sharing those photos and videos, so to give all the other car owners some national, worldwide exposure. Many aren't able to travel as extensively as I do, so I like to share their pride and joy cars with others on a fan page I've created. My photo page is Blown 69's Car Show Photos. I dig it, man. And I have his link, so I'm gonna make sure to put all that below so you guys can find Russ and follow his work. There's currently 140,000 followers from all over the world. I actually believe you shared a photo or video of mine back in 2018. That exposure is what generated my interest in following your page. Thank you. Doll fam love forever. What? Some of my first car show memories were helping my dad in the garage on his drag cars. He raced many Camaros and Novas back in the 70s. I'm a big Nova fan too. I like 60s models, early 70s. It's such a difference in like body style from like the classic to then the kind of more muscly hot rod version. I like the two that like the body style is like I think it's like a 67, and then like the 70, how it's kind of the lines and everything are just, I like the difference in contrast, but I like them both equally. It's like a soft side and a badass side. Remembering many of times running down along a chain link fence at the drag strip, trying to keep up with his car as it left the starting line. I never won those races, but it was what 6-year-olds did, run and make engine sounds with their mouth. True. My dad was a truck driver, so like ours were always like, we were always trying to do air horns and shit like that. But I totally agree with you. That's a badass memory, and I think that's like something that I love about the car culture and the scene, is that it's always just such good wholesome memories. My kids, my 2 little boys, love car shows. They always talk, are we going to car shows? Mom, is that your car show? Did we go to? So it's just something that I think is, I don't know, it's just it's a very positive experience no matter what car show you go to. I'll send you a handful of photos. I have thousands from graduation day 1985 to current condition. The car has changed tremendously for the better, as have I. Not so sure for the better on that end. LOL. Have a great evening, Russ. Thank you so much, Russ. That's a badass story. I'm gonna share you some pictures. I have his graduation photo. Check this out. There it is before he started switching it up. And now, here it is under paint. It's getting the paint done. And then, ta-da! Look how beautiful that is. Stunning. Stunning. Just stunning. I love it. And here's a good before and after. I love the color choice. Absolutely love the color choice. I feel like a 69 Camaro blue with the white racing stripes is just, it's such its own mood, like it's such its own energy. I'm a big fan of just the traditional classic look. You can't go wrong. And they have those beautiful wheels. I also, I'm guessing this is your, I'm guessing this is your photography. And I love the color correction that you did. I think it's really creative and a lot of fun. How, you know, you make everything black and white and then your car you keep blue. Super beautiful. Check that out. Oh. Is that stunning or what? I like things that are shiny. I'm a big fan of shiny. I absolutely love it. Check it out, Blown 69. Yeah. Thank you so much, Russ, for sending me your car and allowing me to share it with the rest of the doll fam. You know, you really took something that's such a huge piece of American car history, and it's so iconic and it's so traditional. And you know, when you think of American muscle, that's definitely one of the first cars that comes to my mind. Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, but definitely Camaro first and foremost, because that's just like your, and I'll be the first person to say I don't know everything about cars. I don't even know like the tiniest bit about cars really for the most part, but it's something that I enjoy immensely and I want to know more and I want to learn more, and that's why when I get my car, I'm going to be the one doing all of it and learning as I go. My husband's gonna have to have a lot of patience. But I mean, I think I have hope. I helped my brother strip his 64 model Mustang when I was 17. He let me kind of strip it down and I didn't do so bad. Like, I think he only lost his patience with me like once or twice. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this first segment, this first installment of a new segment with Monday Coffee with the Doll. I guess we're gonna call it the Doll's Rod Talk. I don't know, it'll probably change. If you guys can think of a better name, let me know. But I definitely want to thank Russ for sending us not just your amazing classic beautiful and perfect muscle car. But thank you for sharing beautiful memories of your life, and you know, memories with the car and what it's brought into your life, and the positivity and the connection with your dad. I think that that's always my favorite part of going to car shows and talking to people about their cars, is the stories that they have with the cars and that they like to share. It's always really rad to learn. So thank you so much for sharing that more than anything. If you guys want to submit your hot rod, classic car, rat rod, custom, fabricated, beautiful, whatever you have, you can find the info below to submit. And if you guys want to see more beautiful hot rods and more classic car show coverage, make sure to get a subscription with Car Culture Deluxe magazine and Old School Rods, where you will have an endless supply of some of the most beautiful hot rods and classic cars all around the world, including some amazing coverage of car shows, which is really great if you don't get to go to them like I do, as well as some really beautiful pinups. So make sure you check out the links below to get your subscription. And I don't know, I feel good about this. I feel good about talking about cars. I think this is a good ad. So let me know how you feel about it. If you have anybody that you know that could submit their car and would like to be featured, make sure you let them know. Send them my way. I'd love to hear what they've restored and that they're riding around with. But until next time, here are more of, well, a closer look at Russ's photos that he submitted, so you guys can enjoy it that much more. I love your faces, and happy Thursday. Thanks again, Russ, man. Your car's beautiful.